If you've been online this week, chances are you've seen XRP trending on Twitter or making headlines on Google Finance. But despite all the excitement, if you're not an experienced crypto investor, you may be scratching your head wondering what the hype is all about. So here's why everyone's talking about XRP. Welcome to our channel, The Know, one place for crypto education. And here we explain topics of the cryptocurrency world using analogies, stories, and examples so that you can easily understand them. In this video, we are going to explain what XRP is, how it's different from other coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, the hype behind it, and why it might still go mainstream in the future. Let's dig in. First off, let's start with a really simple explanation of what XRP actually is. XRP is a digital currency that was created in 2012 by a company called Ripple Labs. Think of XRP almost like Bitcoin, but faster and cheaper. Instead of being a decentralized network, XRP is controlled and operated by Ripple Labs, kind of like how Apple controls and operates iOS. Now, this doesn't mean that XRP is bad or centralized finance, but it does mean that XRP isn't as decentralized as Bitcoin or Ethereum. So the next question you may have is what makes XRP any different than Bitcoin or Ethereum? Well, first off, XRP can process 1,500 transactions per second compared to Bitcoin S5 and Ethereum S15. To put that into perspective, Visa, the payment processing company, processes around 2,000 transactions per second. So XRP is very close to the gold standard of payments. Secondly, XRP is much cheaper than both Bitcoin and Ethereum. As of recording, one XRP is worth about $1, whereas one Ethereum is worth roughly $3,200. This means that people use XRP for smaller transactions. Lastly, XRP uses the unique node list consensus model. Basically, instead of mining or staking, XRP uses a select group of computers to validate new transactions on the network. Because of these improvements, many banks and payment processors have partnered with Ripple. This includes big names like American Express, Chase, and even the Bank of America. Speaking of banks, this is where the hype comes in. A lot of people are excited about XRP because it can potentially cut out the middleman when transferring money internationally. Today, if someone sends money internationally, they usually use their bank or maybe a service like Wise or Remitly. When they do this, they often face high fees and sometimes it takes days for the money to arrive. With XRP, since it's fast and cheap, it could be a viable option for individuals and businesses who send money internationally. Additionally, there's talk of central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs. A lot of people believe that XRP will be a bridge currency between CBDCs and traditional cryptocurrencies. However, this is just speculation and not financial advice. Now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about the controversy surrounding XRP. There's no secret that XRP has had its fair share of drama. In 2020, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, filed a lawsuit against Ripple Labs, the company that owns XRP. They claim that XRP is a security and that Ripple co-founders are treating it like a personal piggy bank. If this is true, it would be a big problem for the entire crypto space. Regulators getting involved like this would definitely slow down innovation and adoption. Luckily for crypto, a judge recently said that the SEC needs to explain how crypto assets are different from securities. This is a big deal because it may force regulators to be more clear about which coins they consider securities. Now, before we get into the future of XRP, if you're interested in learning more about CBDCs, check out our video on the subject linked in the description below. Now back to XRP. Despite all the controversy, many people still believe in the project. In fact, over 100 companies have integrated XRP into their systems, including MoneyGram, the second largest money transmitter in the world. Additionally, Ripple has partnered with the Central Bank of the Bahamas to launch a CBDC called Sand Dollar. So let's answer the question on everyone's mind. Does XRP have a future? Well, only time will tell. If the SEC case goes against Ripple, it may be harder for XRP to go mainstream. On the other hand, if the SEC case gets settled or even better goes in Ripple's favor, it could pave the way for more banking partnerships and wider adoption. Either way, the drama is good news for XRP holders because it seems like every time the price drops, the community rallies together and buys even more XRP. So now you know why XRP is in the news and why people care about it. Do you think XRP is the future of cross-border payments, or do you think it's a dying project? Comment your thoughts down below. This is our channel, and we hope that you've enjoyed this video. We explain topics of the cryptocurrency world using stories, examples, and analogies so that you can easily understand them. Check out our other videos and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're interested in making money in cryptocurrency.